Good evening everybody, welcome back to the channel. So this evening's video is about how to make an arrow rake. If you shoot targets or field, you'll end up with arrows that enter the ground or in the shrubbery, and you need to go and locate them. So an arrow rake is a really good tool. So I use a double hooped ash handle. This is a 3/4 inch version from Woodsmith Store Limited. I will put a link in the description below. It's designed for a chisel, but it's got a nice little hole already pre-drilled as a aiming point. It's solid, and the metal hoops just make sure that the ends don't get knocked about. There are two other larger versions, next one up and a larger again, so this is the smaller of the three, but for me it's perfect size. I'm also going to use a piece of steel rod. This is 5mm diameter by 1000mm long. This has already been used and cut in half for a previous arrow rake I made, so there's a little bit of flex in it, but not much, so that's what we're going to use. The handle was £7 something, not much, and with postage it came in just over £10, so very reasonable for a good quality handle. And the piece of rod was £4.06 for a metre at B&Q, so dead cheap. So you should be able to make a good arrow rake for around 15 quid, which is a bargain really when you see with them online. Some of them are asking £30–35 for them. Okay, so let's just get into making the arrow rake. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the handle in my little vise, and this is so I can drill it. The beauty about this little device is that if you slacken it off, you can square it up. So I'm just going to make sure that it's more or less square, as you can see. Needs to be adjusted a little bit. So when I drill it, I'm drilling square into the handle. So I'm using a 4.5mm drill bit, and I'm using this pilot hole, and I'm going to try and keep the drill as straight as I can, and I'm going down only about till the end of the bit, because it doesn't need to go all the way in. It just needs to go probably this much, which will give me about that much depth for the handle, for the rod, which is plenty enough. There you go. As you can see, ash is really solid. It's smoking. So there's our hole. we've got the next stage is to file the rod. So what I tend to do is I file the end of the rod a little bit so it's chamfered, so it makes it easier to go into the hole. So I'm just using a small file. I'm just going around the edge, not making it pointed, but just rounding the edge off. This makes it easier to get the rod to go and guide down the hole. So I hope you can see that. So the edges are a bit rounded off, and this helps it as it travels down the inside of the handle. So the next stage is to hammer the rod home. So as you can see, it's not quite fitting, so I use this metal block. I'm just going to tap it home. It changes sound when you hit the end. So yeah, definitely at the bottom now. So that's not going anywhere. So that is well and truly fixed, not coming out. And the next part is to bend this piece here to make the rake part. So if you've got a blowtorch, then you can heat it up and bend it. I haven't got a blowtorch, so I'm going to show you what I do to heat this up and bend it. So this is the final stage, the heating of the rod so I can bend it. Like I said, if you do have a blowtorch, you could say it's easier to heat a specific spot. But luckily I cook on gas at home, so I just use my cooker to heat up the rod to bend. So I'm just going to use my Joy Division oven gloves just in case, and I'm going to start heating the rod. Here we go, 70 degrees. quenching it. There you go. Bent at 70 degrees. This means that when it's on the ground in your hand, the angle is 90 degrees to the ground. So yeah, that's the sort of angle you have when you're raking the ground. So there you go. A double hooped, ash handled arrow rake for around £15. I've had mine for some time. I've made a few others for other people. Just enough flex in it and enough stiffness. So yeah, if you want an arrow rake, now you know how to make one. Thanks for tuning in. Take it easy, guys, and keep flicking those sticks.